Yo, yo, yo. Alright, you guys. Just starting my live stream. Kind of nervous. This is kind of interesting. Hello, Denmark. Wow, that's cool. Alright. Sweet. Alright, hello. 10 p.m. UK. Alright, that's a decent time, I guess. Welcome to 2017. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, this is my first time. I just tried, I just spent, a bunch of time testing this out. I bought a webcam because my onboard webcam on my laptop is terrible. And just figuring out how to get this all to work. But I pretty much got this to work. Mostly got it figured out. Good enough, at least. Germany, Australia. Oh, that's pretty cool. Right on. Alright, so yeah, I don't know how many people are all going to be coming in here, but just tell me which gimbal to buy. No sugarcoating. LOL from Texas. Well, mine is actually quite good. The Zhiyun-tech. It is actually quite a good one. I don't know anything about gimbals. Good. Then you'll learn something. And I also want to learn something about other gimbals, that if any of you guys have some gimbals. I kind of want to treat a part of this stream to be kind of like an extended review of my gimbal. So I mean, you've already seen me talk about some of it in my video introducing the gimbal, but I definitely didn't talk about all that I know, and I've learned more since then, and also just didn't have time to talk about. So I have this whole list that I want to address today. I just want to talk about, first, just update you guys on my wrist, what's up with that. Talk about things like the firmware on this firmware problem I had on here once, just talking about how I put weights on, how to get that stuff to work properly, and how I put notches on here, just how that all works. Audio solution. Also, because I was figuring out how this thing best follows you on berms. I was finding out that there's a certain way that it will work, and it doesn't always work the way that you maybe want, but there's a certain way that it does work, and I just want to tell you guys about that, as well as kind of tell you guys about the cool app controls that it gives you, because it's actually really cool, including how to get the Hero 4 to work in here, because this is the Hero 5 mounting version of this, but you can get the Hero 4 to work, and I'll tell you how. And also I just kind of want to talk about using, and also ask your opinions on using super view mode with this thing or not, because different people use different modes, and I kind of wanted to get your opinions and tell you about what I've done so far as I'm experimenting. And then just talking about different mounting positions, and also just kind of talking about why it took so long to get a gimbal in the first place, and just kind of what I want to see in the future with gimbal technology, because I don't know, it's pretty cool right now and all, but it's not exactly what I've been wanting, and I'll kind of describe more of that, I guess. But let's see here. Let's see, where does it say? It says 30 watching right now. Right on. That's cool. That's cool. Right on. From Panama, but I live in Finland. Right on. All right. So basically, and yeah, this thing should be available for all of you guys when I finish the live stream. It should all be available up on my channel where you can watch it. But anyway, first of all, just talking about my wrist here. I got my screw taken out. I just have a little bandage here. Last week Tuesday, I had my screw taken out. Had a little surgical procedure, just a day surgery and stuff like that. And yeah, it went pretty well. There's just a bit of numbness in my hand right now, which is a little bit weird. It doesn't feel the greatest, but I think that's because of the surgery, just some freezing that they did or something. But basically, this whole summer, I could never ride to my full potential, and stuff like that, and that really sucked. Sorry, just a second. Trail features might make me an admin. I don't know how to do that. I've never done that, and I don't know what an admin would do. You just kind of, I don't know. You just figure out, or what do? You do something about the comments, moderating comments. Is that what you do? I actually don't know if I know how to do that. Manage moderators. But yeah, I guess I could maybe do that. I don't know if I need to. We'll see. I don't know. This is my first live stream. We'll see how it goes. But I mod for Seth and we can mod the comments. Okay. Yeah, maybe. I guess I have to like add you somehow. But I don't know. But yeah, basically just yeah, now that I've had surgery, I'm just kind of like I don't know, taking it easy a bit. I actually went riding on Sunday and I really took it easy. But it just kind of really sucked though because I was always having this soreness with my wrist and that was no fun at all. So now that the screw's out, I think I can heal better and I think things can work out quite a bit better though. But yeah. How's your wrist, mate? Is it fine? Took a while, I believe. Yeah, it is. Took a while. Okay, what am I doing here? Hover next to our names in the chat window. I don't know exactly how to use that. Add moderator. Oh, cool. I just added shell features as a moderator. All right, that's cool. Yeah, right on. So, yeah, my wrist is just taking a while to heal, which just sucks. It really sucks. This whole year has not been very good. Last year, 2016, was like so good for me. My riding, I was just like riding the best ever last year until I broke my wrist, and then this year it's just been lame. Never been able to ride at 100% yet, so I've never really hit all the big jumps like I normally like to ride. Oh well. But anyway, I want to talk about the gimbal now. I kind of want to first kind of get into some more cool or interesting things about this gimbal. First of all, okay, I need to look at this. Okay, so first of all, don't upgrade the firmware, first of all, because I screwed something up. Like, it totally screwed up the camera. I don't know what happened. Basically, I apparently it was already at the proper firmware anyway, so I didn't need to update it, but I just did it anyway because I thought like, oh, maybe it needs to be updated, and then I ended up screwing it up a little bit. So what ended up happening was I updated the firmware and then I would turn it on, and then there'd be these weird like glitches like every like few seconds. It would just like glitch and freak out, and it would like it would kind of mostly stabilize, but every few seconds or whatever it would like freak out and glitch up, and I'm like, what the heck is this? I was like pissed off. And so that was not good. And then so then I had to figure out how to fix that. And basically the only way I fixed that was finding this other firmware 1.50 from some forum or something. And then it essentially is the exact same, except the difference now is to turn it on, I have to pull down that button until the blue light's flashing, and then I have to hold down the other button, and now it works, which is perfectly fine. There's no problem about that. It's just that when I first bought this gimbal, it would activate, the motors would activate just by pressing the one button. And I kind of screwed that up by trying to update the firmware. I don't know, but that's okay. Don't upgrade the firmware if you're getting this gimbal, specifically the Hero 5 version, because it's perfectly fine as it is. And if you do upgrade the firmware, it'll screw up, and then you have to go back to like 1.50 as opposed to the 1.51 or some whatever crap like that. Anyway, can I have a shout out? Infinite Benguela? Okay. You really love the audio for the footage. What equipment do you use? Yeah, I'll talk about that in a second. Okay, so basically, also I want to talk about just kind of the weights. I guess I kind of already talked about that in my video. It's just basically 12 grams worth of weight. I just taped it on. Like, that's all that you need to do, right? Like, super easy. You just tape it on, and it works perfectly good. Here, I'll just turn it off 1 second. It does, you can see that the camera faces downward a bunch, so I was thinking like, oh, what if you like put even weights down here to like force it this way? I never really did that. I don't think I need to. I think there may have been 1 or 2 instances in my footage where there's a weird bounce, and I don't know how that happened. May have had something to do with the off balance of this camera. I don't know, it doesn't really matter too much, but yeah, if I wanted to go crazy, I guess I could put some weight on the bottom to make it more level or something, but whatever. But also, I mentioned I put on these notches, right? So these notches, the way that you make them work, and I'll turn it on again. So when you have it on your chest, I mean, you're not necessarily going to be straight. You're like, how do you even like line it up, right? I don't know if this camera can capture this very well because it's just a webcam. How the heck do you get this to work? You just kind of put your body in a position so that the top two lines line up, and then you can just like angle it down to like the second line or the third line if you want, and then you can just kind of be like, yeah, I like the second line or third line, but you always have to make sure that you're lining the top two lines up when you're in your body. I hope you understand what I'm saying, because I don't know, maybe I don't know if I'm like described it well enough, but yeah, what editing software? I use Adobe Premiere Pro. Why is the audio poor on the camera gimbal? I don't know. Not sure, slick idea. Thanks. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it actually, because I like to always produce like the same kind of the same angles, right? I always like to produce the same viewing mode and everything like that. When I find something that works, I just want to stick with it, right? I don't like to hope to get the same results the next time. I want to always get the same results, right? So anyway, yeah, they probably should adopt that into future mods. Yeah, that's true. Who likes your channel name? Midwest Shutters. Cool. Yeah. But yeah, okay, I wanted to talk about the audio though. The audio solution, because obviously the audio is like the worst with the Hero 5 here on this gimbal, right? So obviously most people just use the Hero 4. I'm sure you guys know, and they use like a little fuzzy thing. What I use right now, I use the Hero 4 with a Sennheiser mic. It's pretty good. I like it. It's just expensive. That's a problem. And so, yeah, like the mic is like 300 bucks Canadian or something stupid like that. It was retarded. But anyway, yeah, and it only works with the Hero 4. But I thought, you know what, I want to do that. I thought it was worth it. It's cool because you can get, you know, footage and good audio at the same time, and you can use it in secondary footage, of course. So this is what I've been using on my helmet. So then, yeah, you just sync it up afterwards, right? Like that's just all I do. I just sync it up afterwards, which I'm quite used to doing because that's what I've been doing for the last like 4 years of my GoPro footage, is just syncing up a separate audio recording all the time. The mic's as expensive as the GoPro. Yeah, I know, it's pretty terrible. Yeah, it's dumb. I know. But what was the first thing you brought for starting a YouTube channel? I don't know. What do you mean by that? I don't know. I have here 2 Hero 4s. Is it worth upgrading to Hero 5? Not really, no. No, just wait till Hero 6. Yeah, and get the Hero 5 for cheap. Well, I would just get the Hero 6 anyway, but yeah, I can't wait for the Hero 6 actually. Yeah, I don't think it's worth really upgrading to the Hero 5. It was just such a disappointment. It doesn't offer much at all. Basically, so I wanted to actually tell you about the old way that I got a sound. I used this before I used this thing. I was using this. It's the Zoom H4n, or no, sorry, H1, Zoom H1 digital audio recorder. So what I would do is yeah, it's totally separate. I would just put it in like my back pocket. Problem is it would get some clothes rustling noises, which is not good. That's kind of the main problem with it. And it also doesn't capture your voice very well when it's in your back pocket. But basically, you know, I'd have this recording, have the camera recording. I would just kind of like bang it on here so that it would create a peak in the waveform in both this and the GoPro's audio, and that would make it easier to sync up, right? Anyway, and then I just put this in my back pocket, and yeah, that was pretty good, and I might continue a little bit to use some of that, but yeah, because like this audio is really good. I find this audio works best when it's on your chest. Problem is, you can't put it on your chest when you have your gimbal on your chest. So I don't know. There's all these like little funny issues that I come across, and it's like annoying. I don't know. But yeah. What the heck? Yeah, I don't like it under the visor. Yeah. I don't know if I like that either. But I don't know. Under the visor could be alright. What kind of bikes do you all have? I just have a Norco Truex. That's all I have right now. Is just my Norco Truex. I'd love to get a hardtail, like a Richmond hardtail. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the Hero 4 session, so I don't know tips on getting better at it with that. Other than, yeah, I just never used a session before actually, so I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, that's just what I use. I don't know if you guys have any questions. It's hard to like read the comments that you guys are bringing, and also like make sure that I'm in camera. This is new to me. This whole live stream thing is totally new to me, so bear with me. I don't know. Here, wait. Maybe. Oh, whoops. No. I'll remove the chat window. Crap. What the heck? Okay, what am I doing? Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Wait a minute. Whoops. Just a second. I think I'm screwing something up. Okay, I want to talk about how the camera kind of follows on berms here because, okay, first of all, the chat's on stuck on my mouse here. What am I doing? Weird issues going on. So I want to just talk about how, yeah, just hitting berms, because that was like a pet peeve of mine when I'm like watching other people's footage. I'd be like certain berms, the camera's just like staring at the frame, and I'm like, this is terrible. I don't want that. And then crap. And then when I was doing my footage, I was quite pleasantly surprised with how well it was working. But here's the thing now, so with the app controls, which I'll get into a little bit more detail in a second, I set it all to like the fastest settings, right? Like the fastest like turning settings and everything, which is great. But even then, when I'm like because I at Crankworks I demoed some like cross country bike and I was riding some Lost Lake trails for a little bit with the gimbal, and as I was like turning, you could actually tell the camera was like delayed and it was like not as good, and I'm like, what the heck? The camera was a little bit delayed, more than I wanted it to be, but yet it was much better when I was doing the downhill trails. I'm like, okay, what exactly is going on? So apparently what happens is when you're in this angle, because I have it on my chest like this, right? Here, maybe I'll put the chest camera on a second. It's this interesting angle that you put the gimbal in, and then it like follows perfectly. It's really weird. Oh, crap. Because I have it up like this, right? So when I'm riding, obviously I'm angled downwards. So it's not level, it's angled downwards. And then combined with like the kind of angle that well, that was terrible. There's a certain kind of angle that I don't know, it's hard to recreate though. But it's like a certain kind of angle, a combination of the fact that it's like angled down and you're like twisting. It like forces the camera to like follow you like super quick. It's quite interesting. I like it, but yeah, it is just a bit hard to try and recreate actually. But it is like the reason why it can follow so well. It's not really because my settings are set to so fast. They don't really give that fast of options. It's just, I don't know, it's just this, okay, this freaking thing. Oh, this is weird. Okay. If you're trying to get 100 subs, you only need 82 more. Alright. On your way. Right on. See, okay. Sorry if this is like a weird live stream. This is my first time, so I don't know. When I'm like down like this, and I'm turning, just look at how it's like following me here, okay? Look at how the camera's following me, like exactly where I'm going. I don't know if you guys can tell. It does look pretty good on my angle. But it has something to do with like angling down as well as like angling sideways and just kind of like this like pushing. It's like the camera just like has to follow you everywhere you go. I don't know, it works out quite well. I'm very happy with that. Whereas if you're just kind of straight up like this, like if you're like riding cross country on like flat ground and you're like turning, it's not necessarily as good. I don't know if you can tell just by looking at the camera. You have to look at the footage, I guess, right? But I mean, you've seen my footage so far. I was quite happy with it, 90% of the time at least. Not all the time, but most of the time, yeah, it works quite well. So that's quite interesting. I'm just really happy with how it works. I don't know. I don't know how like other gimbals really work, I guess, right? Like, I don't know. That's how this one works, and I'm happy with that. But I don't know like how other ones work. Have you heard of spoken motion in cam loops? I don't think so. I don't know. What is that? A store? I don't know. But yeah. Um basically yeah, I wanted to know though like if any of you guys had any gimbals, like different gimbals or like different experiences with gimbals, like I don't know, because I kind of wanted to understand like the GoPro Karma grip or the Evo SS is apparently the exact same gimbal, I guess, right? As far as I know, it's like exactly the same with a different name on it. I'm interested in knowing if you guys can see any differences though. You work there. All right, that's cool. The bike shop, nice. That's cool. Any progress on finding a new bike? Kind of, yeah. I think I've decided what I'm gonna buy. It's just a matter of getting money to buy it, I guess, sort of. I think I'm gonna buy a Transition TR500 frame and then put my parts onto that. That's the plan right now, at least. But yeah, we'll see. So basically, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I really like to try and keep using 26-inch wheels for now. I know I probably shouldn't be like too much of a stickler about that, but I don't know. For now, I mean, if I buy the Transition TR500, yeah, I can totally do that, and I think it looks like a pretty cool frame. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of right now. The hex screws work better than the GoPro screws. Available in packs at every hardware store. I don't know what hex screws you're talking about. No, I think I know what you mean. You have the Evo, it's pretty much the same. I think the biggest thing is how they tune the firmware and after sales support. Yeah. See, I want to show you guys kind of like the app controls. There's some really cool controls. I'm actually really happy with what they give you in these app controls, actually. I would love to see even more controls and even faster kind of settings. See, with this app. Okay, wait. See with this app here, you can do control. Oh no, wait, nope, that's not the right one. It's stabilizer settings. Stabilizer settings, click that. Okay. Is it going to show up? Or has all these different kind of settings. Right now it's not showing anything. The heck? Oh, because I didn't connect it, that's why. Just a second, okay. Is my Norco still alive? Yeah, it is. So far. So far it is. But, okay, I'm just connecting this thing to the Bluetooth on my phone. Hit stabilizer settings. And then you can see kind of some degrees here. There's like some options here. It's really cool. I'm like super stoked about this. And I have to say, I didn't know about this before. People didn't really mention that these controls exist, and that's actually one of the reasons why I took so long to get a gimbal, is because I thought like I probably don't have any control over the footage, and all I see is all this footage where it's like there's too much delay on these berms, and I'm like, I don't want that. But then there's controls here, I'm like, oh, well, that changes everything almost. Let me show you a really cool thing. There's this degree of smoothness option. If you bring that way down to 50, hit save. Okay, let me, did it work? What the heck? Nope. Oh, because I did the wrong axis, that's why. The pan axis, because I'll just show you on the pan axis. Okay. Watch how it bounces around because I took down the degree of smoothness. It's actually a really cool thing. And if you need to combine the right amount of degree of smoothness with the right amount of pitch rate. Or no, wait. I mean, what am I saying? Following rate is what I meant to say. If you, yeah, basically, I just have my following rate at the fastest. 120 is what 120 degrees per second is what it's rated as. I would love for these gimbals to produce a faster kind of a falling rate, but this is what they're offering right now. So this is something I would love to be improved in the future. But it's just really interesting how like you can do these cool little things where look at it bounce there. It's because, yeah, the degree of smoothness is too low. So I don't know, just things like that. I just really love how you can adjust all these things and then like fine tune it. So I have mine set to 155. I don't know what is that even rated as. I don't know, 155 of something. And then as you turn, because I want to have it turn the fastest, but then also like kind of stop the smoothest. So you can actually do that with these different things, and it's really cool. You can even like fine tune it where you can like the default setting you can like adjust by 4 degrees like that. You notice it changed. Pitch axis. There it changed again, -4 degrees. Where like the default kind of setting is like, you know, 1 degree, 4 degrees off. It's really cool actually. I think it's sweet. But I like this gimbal a lot for that. I wanted to know about other gimbals though. So like, first of all, do any of you guys have the GoPro camera grip? Because I want to know like what options you actually have with that. Because that is actually something that I was interested in buying. I was interested in buying the camera grip before. But I don't know. I don't even know what it has for these kind of options or whatever. What is the brand of this gimbal? Well, this is a Zhiyun-tech, Zhiyun Rider-M. That's what it's called. Zhiyun Rider-M. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's from China, Chinese company, but no, it's pretty legit actually. Yeah. Blah blah blah. Yeah. But yeah, have you ever thought about riding Specialized? Yeah, kind of, yeah. You switch from Norco Trails to Specialized Demo 8. That's cool. Yeah, Specialized Demo 8s, they're pretty sweet bikes for sure. Yeah. Because of the customer service, nothing but good experience with GoPro customer service. Yeah, GoPro seems to be good. I'm kind of wondering if they're gonna like make another grip for like this fall with their new kind of Hero 6 release or something. I'm really interested in seeing if they're gonna do something like that. I'm not sure, but yeah. The land part gimbal had a great option of allowing you to adjust the balance versus having to put weights on. That's kind of cool. Yeah. But yeah, basically. Oh yeah. Seth used Karma Group and hated it. Went back to the Rider-M Evo. Yeah, Seth has the Evo, or no, the Rider-M, and that's what I borrowed when I first went to Whistler, and that was really cool. I want to show you something kind of cool about using the Hero 4, because before I figured out putting the weights on this camera, I wanted to see if I could at least use the Hero 4 because I knew that would at least work, because the Hero 5, you know, when I was testing it and experiencing those terrible shakes because it was weighted way too differently, I was thinking, okay, I want to try and make the Hero 4 work somehow. And basically what I did, I'm just going to remove this thing. Crap. So I got the Hero 4 to work. You just make a new backing for it. It's pretty simple. So this is just a piece of laminate. I don't know, maybe you could use like wood or something, whatever, doesn't matter. Whoops. So basically, let me angle this down 1 second here. I hope this is working. Hope this is angled good. you just put this piece of laminate in the back of it here, and you just make it so that now the Hero 4 can fit, because of course the Hero 4, you know, it's a smaller camera, right? So that means that it wouldn't really fit in here. I can get the Hero 4 out. Yeah, I'm just going to... Yeah, this whole Sennheiser microphone is kind of finicky. That's the problem with this thing. It's a finicky setup. But yeah, so you can do this up, put this new backing in, screw in the Hero 4, no problem, no problem. And of course the Hero 4, you know, it's more balanced and everything, right? So then, yeah, it kind of works pretty good actually. And that way, if you don't want to use the Hero 5 because maybe you hate the balancing or the audio or something, you can use the Hero 4 with the Hero 5 version. Just make another new backing kind of thing like that, and it works no problem. Well, obviously you don't want these coins on now, it's totally weighted wrong. Just take the coins off. There is a little gap you can see in the top here. You can fill that in with something. Probably don't even have to, doesn't matter. But yeah, but then you can use the Hero 4. So it's no problem to get this Hero 5 version. You can use both cameras really. And I think that's awesome, you know. Maybe use a piece of wood. Like I said, there's a piece of laminate. And so the Hero 4 can work perfectly fine. The extended battery will make it fit too. Blah blah blah. Oh yeah? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I don't have the other battery thing for the battery pack for Hero 4. But yeah, I guess that could work. But yeah, obviously I can't use this Sennheiser microphone when it's on here. So yeah. So I don't need to use it. It's just for in case you guys wanted to do that. Just in case. But anyway. Another thing I want to talk about, I've been using Super View mode with most of my videos. However, the last video that you guys seen, the Trek session video, where I'm running the Trek session at Whistler, I did something a bit different. I used the 4:3 mode, and so basically I used the 4:3 mode, so that way it's you know, it's essentially like the wide mode, but then there's a whole bunch on the tops and the bottoms that are not shown. What I actually did is I actually squished it a little bit. I actually squished the video down like 10 by 10%, so it's kind of like in between Super View and normal wide mode. I don't know, just kind of experimenting with that. It's kind of interested in hearing what you guys think about is the better option. I'm kind of thinking I'd rather just stick with Super View mode. The reason why I tried without Super View mode is because I thought, I don't know if I really want that kind of warped look, because I don't really like Super View mode the most. Super View is 4:3. Super View mode takes the 4:3 image and squishes it down into 16:9, but not totally just squished down. It also does some other squishing where because it's not, otherwise it would be like totally squished and everything would be like an oval. They do some weird other squishing inside to like stretch certain parts up so that certain parts don't look so squished. I don't know. It's just warped in general, but they do something to make it not look as bad as it could, which is good. But yeah, Super View mode is pretty good. I don't know. I'm just kind of curious to know like what you guys thought about that. Only with my Trek session video did I do that. But then tomorrow's video that you'll see, I just went back to Super View mode, and I think that's probably what I'll do. So that is something that I want to kind of get your guys' opinion on. What editing software do I use? Adobe Premiere Pro. Yeah, Hero 3 Black. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It doesn't have Super View mode. Super View was introduced in Hero 3 Plus. Yeah. You just noticed that it's not live anymore. It says live for me. I don't know. But yeah. Optics, compensation, After Effects, get rid of the warp. Okay, yeah. I never actually tried with that, but yeah. I don't know, we'll see. But basically, yeah. And I did a ride at Top of the World when I was at Crankworks, and I did not use Super V mode. I actually just did the regular wide mode at 4K because I just really wanted to do 4K, and I think it actually worked out pretty well. So I'm kind of still figuring that all out, but otherwise I think Super V mode is a pretty solid mode. You see more and kind of gives the illusion that you're going faster, but I don't know. But anyway, let's see here. Oops. Okay, I kind of want to pop out the live chat. Pop out chat. Yeah, I think that's kind of easier for me right now. Okay. Can you see that? Okay. Yeah, pop out chat is actually better. That works better. Okay. How long does the battery work? For what? This gimbal battery will actually last a long time. It's very impressive how long the battery works. Like maybe 8 hours, I don't know, like forever. It lasts forever on this gimbal, so it's really, really good. 4K 30 frames a second is good, but 24 is not so great. It is jerk with mountain. Yeah, I know. I'm not going to use 24 frames for mountain biking. I think that's dumb. Even though you can get Super View at 4K, which is good, but I don't want to go that low of a frame rate. Yeah. What's up, Cameron? Yo, yo. Okay, one guy says, I'm using OpenShot. The latest version really took about 15 seconds every time I cut the track when I got up to 30 to 40 minutes at 2.7K. Okay, I'm a bit confused. I don't know what that meant, but okay. In case of a crash, how about spare parts? Doesn't look strong at all compared to the top part holding the cam. Yeah, I just don't want to crash. That's it. That's about it, actually. I don't know what to do with if I crash. I just try not to crash. That's all. Basically, yeah, I want to kind of talk about some different mounting positions because for right now, I've just kind of got this upright position, right? I'll turn on so it's easier for you to tell what the heck it is. What GoPro would you recommend for the first time buyer? Hero 4 is pretty solid. Everyone kind of likes that, like Hero 4 Black, because it's been out for a while and it's kind of the same as the Hero 5, honestly. Gives better audio. I don't know. When are you getting DH bike? When I can afford it, which hopefully is soon. Do you ever use a chest plate? No. Like a chest protection? Is that what you mean? No, I don't. Hero 4 Silver, yeah, that's pretty solid. For mounting options, like here's the thing. I find that this is kind of high up, and I would love to have it like a bit lower down, sort of, when I'm like riding. I would love to have like a bit of a lower down option, and when I see some other people, some other like, I don't know, tutorials or whatever the heck, some other people have different options or different ways of mounting it, and I'm kind of attracted by those options. I think some of them, they do have it maybe downward like this, except, or I don't know, because I ran into problems when I was doing that with my other video, with my gimbal video. I can't do this because you'll just see this thing in the way, so that doesn't work. But I was kind of, I think maybe they have it the other way. No, wait. See, this is what I need to figure out, is how to do some other modes of doing this up. Don't do super view. You already go fast. One of my pet peeves. 4K looks way better, even if it's lower frame rate. YouTube screws the frame rate anyway. 1080p isn't real 1080. 4K isn't real. Yeah. I don't run tubeless. No. See, one thing I could do is kind of do it like this, but then I'd have to frickin'. Oh, brother. Yeah, I don't know. I could have it like upside down like this. I have to purposely like angle this thing way down. I don't know. I don't know if that's the best option though, honestly. But hey, I mean, that gets it lower, and then I could have it to my chest cam like this, right? And then that way, this thing isn't in the way, right? So that is something I'm interested in thinking of. You should be able to just turn the arm to face it down, hold it for a moment, and it should stay. Like not the camera, like I just did, like turn the arm here, I think is what you're saying. Because that would be pretty interesting. Let me just turn this thing off 1 second. Like keeping the gimbal in this position and just turning the, or no wait, how does that work? Or like in this position and then just turning it on arm like this. I think is that what you're talking about, trail features, I think. Lone Ranger, hey man, yo, what's up? I use 2 Velcro straps that attach from the bottom of my chest mount, and each strap goes down and attaches to the belt loop when pants rise, keeps it low and helps say things okay. Huh. Yeah. The bottom of my chest mount. Yeah. We'll see. That could work. Well, first, okay, let me just turn this on 1 second. So if I do this, so trail features, you were saying do this. What the heck am I doing? What just happened? That didn't work. I don't get it. If I do this, no, it just does, I don't get it. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. But that's how the Evo does it. Tubeless, yeah. Best, most notable mod you've ever done. So much advantages. That's interesting. Yeah, I've never tried tubeless, so I don't know. But yeah, this, you'll send a pic. Yeah, okay, good. I'd like to see a pic, Lone Ranger. That'd be cool. BXC's got his pretty well set up. Ask him. Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember how he has it set up, but yeah, maybe I'll ask him. And about these modes, okay, I want to talk about, okay, because you know there's this following mode, right? This is something I want to use as like my riding footage. I'd love to try and get this to work. If I use following mode, if I get following mode to work, then I could actually have the whole thing upside down. I could actually have it upside down and it actually would work in following mode, right? When it's in like this mode, it doesn't work. Like in order to look straight, like I have to have the camera like looking like in this kind of position while I'm down, but that doesn't really work because then all this crap is like in the way of my body. So if I have it upside down, I think that actually could work while having in following mode. That is, if I get my gimbal to kind of be mounted in a certain angle that matches with my riding angle. And I think that actually could work, although, I don't know, that does look pretty low. I don't know. Well, then again, I could have the mount up here. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll have to experiment, though. But I always wanted to use this following mode. You have your default pitch angle -4 degrees, so it's just always a little aim downward for the steep stuff. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, like you can just kind of angle that yourself anyway, so I don't know if you need to, but yeah. Whacking against the top tube. Yeah, so what I would love, yeah, like, I don't know, the problem with this, like, following mode is, like, it straight, according to this following mode, is just straight according to this gimbal, right? Like, you can't tell it a new position for it to kind of, like, stabilize to, which you can with the pan following mode, right? Yo, what's up, homie? Forward Films, right on. That's this bike actually has the best gimbal setup. Yeah, he just does the same way as me, though. He does the same way that I was doing it. Yeah, as far as I've seen, at least. But yeah, I think Matt and Jason of IFHT do something a little bit different than what I do, too. I think I kind of want to ask them how to do it, but yeah, anyway. I just kind of want to figure some things out. But yeah, maybe you guys can send me a little bit more information on different practices for how to angle this. Actually, I am ordering a new chest cam mount. It's that Stuntman kind of chest mount. Trail Features made a video about that, and I thought it looked pretty cool, so I bought it. I didn't get it yet, but I'm excited to get that one. I think that'll be cool. It does look like a pretty good one. Take the gimbal down fistful of dollars. That would be cool. Yes, I would love to. When my wrist is better, then yes. Ask them to modify the app to allow setting a default pitch angle lower, higher. Yeah. Woot. Yeah, man. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm excited to try out that new chest strap. It does look pretty legit. And so I think maybe with that new chest strap, I could more easily try out like different kind of angles, like say using even the following mode if I have the whole thing upside down. I'm interested in trying that out. We'll see how that goes. I have to do some practicing. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking of right now. Basically, you know what I really want in I highly would recommend the KBR, Kamloops Bike Ranch. Highly. It is good. Um, okay, sweet. Message me on Instagram with a photo. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Sloan Ranger. That'd be cool. You know what I really want, though? I want to have like another option where it activates all three motors. Like not just the up and down, not just side to side, but also the tilt. So it can actually tilt with you on berms and have all three of them active as you're riding. Because I don't really like the fact that as you're on a berm, it still stays straight. I want it to like turn with me, right? That's what I want. I would love that. But yeah, they don't give that option yet. I hope they can do that in the future. I really hope that gimbals can like improve in the future in some of these ways, because right now they're not really giving me all that I want to use. I want faster following speeds. Like, to me, that's not fast enough. That's not good enough. Because what I want to do is just stabilize my mountain bike footage. Well, what I'm doing in my mountain bike footage is just, we're going side to side, we're turning here, we're going up, down, whatever, all that. And all I want is just to stabilize that, but what we get, especially with the pan falling mode, we have to just look in one same straight angle the entire time, and that's a problem for me. I mean, as like a filmmaker, someone who like, I know what I want, right? The gimbals just don't give me what I want yet. So I kind of have to accept what I get. But yeah, that's just kind of what I'd really love to see. That's the reason I haven't bought one yet. Yeah, fair enough. That's totally fair. Build your own gimbal and use an LX-MOS controller. Interesting. I'm not going to build my own gimbal. But yeah, that's interesting. Somebody answer the phone. Yeah, no, I'll just go to the answer machine. But anyway, yeah, so I want faster following speeds with these things, and that's what I hope to improve upon in the future, I do consider gimbal technology to be fairly new. I don't know, it was what, like 2 years ago or something when I like first heard of these things, One thing I noticed is that you have to strike a balance. If you pedal really hard and the tracking is too tight, your video will move left to right. Yeah, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I guess, I don't know, it depends on how much that is, and maybe certain people have more of a tolerance for like all that movement or not. I'm not sure, but yeah, I don't really have any problem with the camera moving left and right a little bit if I'm like pedaling really hard, because that's what I'm doing. But yeah, there is a balance, certainly. That makes sense. It's definitely a balance. The dead zone is used to set up an area of movement that the gimbal does not follow. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, this gimbal does. This gimbal does have that option in the app controls. It does have that kind of a dead zone. Where is it? The control dead zone. Yeah. I was thinking about using it. Right now I'm not sure if I have a use for it, because I kind of like it to be more active. Because if I have a dead zone, that means it's almost like, I don't know, it's like no longer moving with me as much as it could be, and I want it to be moving with me more. That kind of thing, That's why I want like faster following speeds. Then it's like moving a lot, almost as if it's like less stabilization, which is what I want, because I think these things stabilize too much. That's kind of one of my problems with these. They stabilize too much, and they don't give the options yet to really, easily kind of follow up and down and angled with you and side to side as fast and as properly as I'd like. Basically, what I would love to see is such fast following speeds, like to increase this technology enough where you can have such fast following speeds. It's almost like you sort of you can choose to almost lose some of the effects of the gimbal if you want, but you have that much range to like slow down the falling rates so much that you can make it like way more stable with certain kind of activities. I don't know. You can just then fine tune it towards your activity, right? And just get whatever the heck you want. So that's what I'd like to see in the future, and we don't have that right now, and that's fine. But if you didn't know, it may be frustrating to blow a whole ride. Yeah. No, I've not really been to Europe, unfortunately. Do I prefer stabilized or non-stabilized footage? I don't know. I mean, helmet cam unstabilized footage is good. That's quite good. Like Super V mode on helmet cams are actually really good. Yeah. Override the gimbal to make it less stabilized. I don't know how you do that. That's, yeah. Maybe there's some crazy hacks that you could do. I'm not interested in going picking apart my whole gimbal. I just hope that they can actually just build that stuff into these gimbals, right? But yo, what's up, man? Just joined, Zachary. Right on. Good to see you here. This channel is so much better than others. Thanks. Deserve more and more subs. Thank you. Yeah, thanks. I'm doing a lot more work on my channel now, actually. So, and things are growing better now, actually. Things are noticeably growing better, which is great. But what else I always want to talk about? Basically, yeah, I kind of mentioned just sort of like what my current issues are, what I want to see in the future. I mean, as of right now, like I've heard some comments in some videos talking about how gimbals are like wonderful for seeing the guy in front of you, kind of thing, right? Where they're just so good for, or that's like what they're great for, is seeing the rider in front of you, and that's totally true when you're using that pan falling mode, because it's like, forget the rider that the camera's on, just look straight ahead at that guy in front of you, right? And that's what they are doing a good job for, but obviously that's not really what we really use these for. You know, we're using these for me, for my footage kind of thing. So that's why I just want more options eventually. Tilt new pair of knee pads soon? Nope. Mine are the best. Mine are the best. My Race Face Rally Freeride legs, the best shin pads I've ever, knee and shin pads ever. Love the live stream, but I really want to watch some of your riding vids. But thanks for the gimbal tips and knowledge. Yeah, right on, man. Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna have a new video up. Tomorrow I have a new video up riding the Canyon Strive, and that was a sweet bike, and I think you guys will love that video. I had fun with that bike, like a lot. I shredded with that thing too. At Whistler, just hauling. It was really good. I'm just seeing the Lone Ranger sent me a picture here. No one said it would look cool, but it works. Keeps it low and doesn't ride up. This isn't the GoPro brand chest mount, blah blah blah. Not sure the GoPro one has also. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, so this is it. So what in the world? Let's replay that. So what am I looking at here? That's not the GoPro brand chest mount. Oh, interesting. Oh yeah. Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, so you got straps connected down. Yeah, I see. So then it kind of keeps the whole thing more stable in a way. Yeah, no, that's cool. Hopefully, I mean, I hope that I can kind of achieve essentially that same stableness with the new, what is it called? The new chest mount that I bought anyway from Stuntman or whatever. So hopefully that'll kind of achieve essentially the same results. I hope. But Canyon, some fine German engineering. Yeah, I've never heard that company until like fairly recently. And they have, yeah, I wish I could have rode the Sender at Crankworks, but no, they were all taken. That would have been so sweet. But anyway, what? Shoot, I've been subbed since you snapped your Norco frame near the headset years ago. Yeah, that's 2014. Yeah, I know. And it is time to get a new bike. It really is time to get a new bike. I know, 100%. Yeah, I don't know. That's about all I really wanted to cover, I guess. Kind of wanted to talk about. I don't know. I mean, are there anybody here that like has other gimbals? Like, there's a Zhiyun-tech. Yeah, Zhiyun-tech. I don't know. I've heard that one doesn't have any like of the app controls like this one does, or whatever. Or like, I don't know. Otherwise, there's GoPro Karma Grip. I still don't know if that one has all those controls or not, but I'd be interested in knowing. What's my favorite bike park I've ridden to date? I don't know. Whistler is probably the best. even though I have some issues with Whistler. But yeah, no, I think Whistler's probably the best. I've heard the remote view gimbal's pretty good. Yeah. When I first heard that one, it did look good. But then I don't know. I seen BKXC use that one once, and then he said it was like way too much, and it was like sticking out 10 inches or something. And I'm like, I don't think I want that one. But yeah, favorite Whistler Trail, Dirt Merchant. I'd say Dirt Merchant. Yeah, Dirt Merchant's my favorite basically. I've been trying to get into more of the more obscure trails that I haven't ridden so much. Like I've just kind of rediscovered like what is it? I want to ride Fat Crabat more often, and like what is it called? In Deep in Garbanzo Zone. Those are pretty cool trails. I don't ride enough. And same with like Captain Safety. Like man, I've just kind of rediscovered like how cool those are, and they noticeably aren't ridden as much. They're not like beaten to death so badly, which is cool. No, not bike park, just bike. What's your favorite bike? Oh, oh, what's my okay? Yeah, what's my favorite bike I've ridden today? Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, I like the feeling of my um I like the feeling of my Truax. I mean, that's kind of why I kept it. And my Norco Empire I had before that was sweet. That was really cool. It was like a 6-inch in the front, 5 inches in the back. It was just not big enough. Biggest thing about the lower strap is that it keeps it low. Looking forward to seeing. Yeah, I can see that. That's true. It keeps it low. Yeah, which is kind of what I want, and stable at the same time. So, nah, that makes sense. Yeah, there's definitely some more practicing I want to do. I almost forgot about one thing. Do you have more than one bike? No, unfortunately. Usually I have a hardtail dirt jumper, but I don't right now. I forgot about one more thing. I just thought of it this morning, so I now have no time to test it ever. But what I thought of, because there's that audio issue with the Hero 5, right? And it's because of the fact there's a microphone on this side of the GoPro, which is right by. Can you see this? No, you cannot see this. Which is right by the motor, right? What if, and I'll try this, and you guys can try it too if you have this. Put something in between there, right? Like say like a fabric-y kind of like some kind of like felt thing, maybe like a couple millimeters thick. What if you like put that in between there? It has to be some kind of cloth fabric type material so that it like absorbs sound, I guess. But like you put it in between there, like oh shoot, actually this thing kind of gets in the way of this button if you try to pull it out. I guess that doesn't work very well. Huh. I guess it'd have to be thin. But yeah, I don't know. That's just what I was thinking of. What if you put like some like thin thing in the way? Maybe that might help the audio. I'm not too sure. But yeah, you can't really pull this camera out very much because then this top button here hits the edge of this thing. So maybe that won't entirely work. I don't know. That's just a thought I just had like this morning, and I just thought I'd just mention it to you guys. But yeah, as for me, like I don't need to really bother with that because I just use other microphone anyway. I've always used just other microphones, so that's what I've always done. I never rely on the onboard microphone, on the onboard audio from the GoPros because they all kind of suck. So, I mean, the Hero 4 produces pretty good audio from what all these other mountain bikers are doing with their little fuzzies. Tried Kona Process? No, I've not. Have I rode Mount Seymour? Yes. Mount Seymour's sweet. Yeah, I don't ride there enough. Just the North Shore in general. I still do not understand why GoPro hasn't just made an update to let you turn off the side mic. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I've tried with the raw audio or some crap like that with this GoPro, but yeah, I have such a weird experience, such a bad experience with the raw option. It's so confusing. When you use the raw option, apparently it's like you can have control over all different mics individual on your track. So when I put in Premiere, there's like 4 different audio tracks. They're all mono though, and only 2 of them actually have sound. 2 of them are blank, which is weird. So that's what happens when you use raw audio. It just kind of sounds worse, in my opinion. You have access to 2 mono tracks, like on separate tracks in Adobe Premiere. And you can do with that whatever you want. But I don't know. I just don't need to do anything with those. I don't need that. I don't need to deal with that. So I don't bother with the raw audio in this. And yeah, I'm just really looking forward to what the Hero 6 is. I really hope that that can fix a lot of issues I'm having with like GoPro, because man, I don't know, I'm just really disappointed with the Hero 5, and yeah, that kind of stuff. So, and I've just been seeing other cameras like the, what is it, Sony X something 3000, looks really legit. That was released like earlier this year in January or something. But yeah, right on. Actually, another thing I wanted to tell you guys about, because I'll probably end this stream fairly soon. I think I've kind of covered all I wanted to cover. But I have a website, jordanboostmaster.com. You can check that out. I've got, I don't know, it's just kind of a cool place to like show my videos, or you can find out more information about what I wear on a ride, what I have on my bike parts, as well as like affiliate links to buy them yourself, and they'll support me and everything like that. But yeah, I just have a website, jordanboostmaster.com. Just wanted you guys to know. I mean, I've linked it in my descriptions, and so maybe you guys have seen that already. But just wanted to let you guys know about that. Check out jordanboostmaster.com, and yeah, I also got more information about like my GoPro settings, and I don't know, just a little place for people to kind of get some information on. So yeah, and then hopefully you can like that. So yeah, and this stupid piece, like I don't like this piece, but I think with the new Stuntman chest mount that I'm ordering, I think I don't have to use this anymore. I think it has some kind of better screw option, I believe, from what it looked like. But yeah, Lone Wolf, I don't think so. No, I don't think I've heard of Lone Wolf. If the GoPro 6 is a flop, I'm just gonna try the Sony RX0. Yeah, if the GoPro 6 is a flop, that's freaking like it for GoPro, because like they need to make it so good. My goodness. But I don't know. Like I want like 4K 60 frames a second for sure. Like they have to do that, and at least minimum 100 megabit per second bitrate. I'm pissed off with the low bitrate of these GoPros now, the Hero 5, and other cameras are offering more, so it's really annoying. But yeah, can I use an axle not made for my own bike on my bike? I don't know about that. Problem with the Stuntman mount is that the gimbal is on its nose. It's caused the upper arm to get in the way of the lens every now and then. Well, we'll figure that out then. I'll have to see how that all works. But I don't know. There's different ways of mounting it all. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, I don't want to go on forever. Basically, I figure I'll probably end it about now. Oh man, I hate that piece too. It's terrible. Yeah, it is terrible. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else you wanted me to talk about, or if anything else you wanted me to say. Otherwise, this was been good. A little bit of a learning experience for me, because I've never done this before, so I don't know, it's interesting. It's kind of fun. I guess technically my first experience was like on Monday night with like some people. I was like testing it out, and then some like people were just showing up, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm live, and I'm just like goofing off. And I was just talking with some people. That was kind of funny. But yeah, so you know what? This has been good. See you, boy. A 10K red action camera. That'd be funny. Yeah, right on. Yeah, Google made a video that talks about how to mount the gimbal. They show you how to invert it. Yeah, actually, I've seen that video too. I kind of need to see that again, because yeah, I'm one of the hardest shredders on YouTube. Thanks, ma'am. Yeah, I hope to get back to my hard shredding, because my wrist has not allowed me to do that this whole year. That has really sucked. So I'm just really looking forward to like healing up better, going back to physio. Still got some weird freezing in my hand from the surgery, and then yeah, I want to like get my physio back, get my movement back. I don't have my movement. That doesn't look too bad. This doesn't look as good. That's doing pretty good. And otherwise, my strength is not all there. Yeah, so I've got some improvement to do in my hand, but hey, send it to you over Instagram. Sweet. Thanks, Trail Figures. Alright. Well, alright, this has been good. I'm going to see you guys later. Peace out. Alright, see you guys.